I would like to introduce the longtime athletic director for Sterling Heights High School, who has since retired. He's been the executive director for the Macomb Conference, Macomb Athletic Conference, or the Macomb Area Conference for many years. A wonderful gentleman. He's been the MC for this banquet 3 or 4 times, 5 times. Does a wonderful job. He's instrumental in the development and preparation of this event. So without further ado, we'd like to continue with the ceremony, and let me formally introduce Ernie Shulo.
Thank you, everybody. We are here. This is our 10th induction ceremony to the Macomb County Coaches Hall of Fame. The Macomb County Athletic Directors developed this back in the mid-90s, and we did it to recognize outstanding coaches in our county. To this date, we have 146 coaches inducted, and we have 10 special award winners. We're fortunate as a group to have the Joe Dumars Fieldhouse up at Mound Road and Hall. The Macomb Daily Athletic Directors Association started in '94 with honoring these coaches, and a coach must have 20 years of service in educational athletics, along with 15 years as a coach. Doesn't have to be a head coach, but as a coach. Anyone can recommend a coach for this recognition. So if you know somebody that should be recognized, please contact us this evening. With that, this evening's next inductee is Brad Robinson.
The fact that I'm actually being able to be inducted is a great honor. It's just one of those where you look back and being out of coaching for 10 or 11 years, whatever it is, it brings back a lot of different memories, a lot of great memories. A lot of kids that you coached, a lot of kids, a lot of great friendships that you made. It's an honor, and hopefully it's an honor for those kids too, because they're the reason that I'm even here. The most enjoyable thing about coaching is getting to know the kids, seeing them succeed. Quick story, there's this one girl that, one of the hardest workers ever. Not a whole lot of talent, but just a hard worker. She would do everything. And you wanted her in season, off season, lifted weights, never missed a practice. And her senior year, she made a state meet. She had no right to make the state meet. And just to see the pleasure and the enjoyment, I remember that day where she swims as prelim in the Matt White division meet. And look up at the time and it's like, oh my God, that's close. And during the swim, I had thrown my clipboard down, which had all the state cuts. Now, as a coach, you pretty much know what the state cut is. Couldn't remember it for the life of me. Now I'm trying to search on the deck, where's that piece of paper that had the state cuts? And she made it. And one of the greatest joys. I've been fortunate to coach swimmers with so many different levels. And that one memory just stands out. Being from little Warren Woods College, probably the moment 800, 900 at the time, and helping build that program with the kids that we had into a pretty good swimming community. Probably the most memorable is just the kids. We have always had great kids, always had great students. When you talk about student athletes, we had it. Never had to worry about grades. And they worked their tails off, so it was great. When you're talking about influential, there's a few. You take a look at when I was a really young coach, and I started coaching when I was 19. You take a look at a Ron Wilson or a Ralph Weigel. There was so many times I would just go in and just chat with them and bounce ideas off them, and then Jan Sander came along. Administratively, those were probably the key. Lakeview and us were always having battles, and he came over one day and he said, you need to refocus. You've got to look at the bigger picture. It's not just about winning the Macomb Area Conference championships. You've got it's the next level. And that was probably my 3rd or 4th year in, and that triggered it. I'll probably Jan Sander for making me do this. But all the kids that I coached, I really do think that that this award is for them. I hate the spotlight. If anyone knows me, I hate the spotlight. And doing this interview is tough. But it's because of the kids. I wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't for them. I would have stayed in swimming. I wouldn't have even gone into education if it wasn't for the kids that I coached when I first started out. When I finally met my wife, she started getting involved in swim lessons. She started just helping out. I think she realized that I was a pool rat anyway, so she probably had to get involved with that. And sometimes, and I did spend a lot of time, and there's always a conflict. How much time do you spend with the kids that you coach? How much time do you spend with the family? And she's very good about that balancing act. And I learned also, I mean, you do have to have balance. And especially as an athletic director, you try to get that balance because you could very easily live at the school 24/7. And sometimes it feels like you do.
Brad served as the boys and girls swim coach at Fraser High School for 18 years. Brad was named the Conference Coach of the Year 8 times and County Coach of the Year twice. He's now their athletic director and has been for the past 11 years. 2 years ago, he was named Region 10 Athletic Director of the Year. He enjoys working with the students and athletes because of their hard work and dedication to their sports. Please help me welcome Brad Robinson into the Macomb County Coaches.